Israeli government appears to be doing little to calm tensions simmering over in its troubled neighbourhood. Ministers have approved a bill that declares the country a nation-state of the Jewish people. It will be put to a vote in Parliament next Monday. And reaction from media across the world has been critical, with some outlets saying that the move will inflame religious tensions. Alongside Jews, there are also Arab Palestinians. They make up about 20% of the country's population. Other media responses are warning that the bill is undermining Israel's democracy. But Alex Selsky, a former spokesman for the Israeli Prime Minister, told me earlier that the concerns are largely overblown.
We definitely have to give more impression to the status of a nation state of the Jewish people, to the state of Israel. It will just give a constitutional status for Israel being a national home for Jewish people.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like a positive thing for the Jewish people. Will it be as positive, though, for the Muslims and the Christians?
Definitely, you know, this law, in the light of the violence and the terror that we experienced in Jerusalem during the last months, it's all, raises the flames. But again, this law will not hurt the democracy in Israel. It will only give the constitutional, the basic status for the principle of Israel as the home for the Jewish people, which we didn't have yet.
Well, let's take a closer look at what's actually in this bill. Well, it would see Israel defined as the national and historic homeland of the Jewish people and calls on the state to protect Jewish holy places of worship. There are also plans to strip all rights from any Arab resident who takes part in violence or anti-Israeli protests. The debate over the nation-state bill has also raised questions about the status of the Arabic language in the country. It could now lose its place as Israel's official second language and be granted a, quote, special status. Paula Sleer has more.
Tensions between Israelis and Palestinians are on a knife edge. But it's not just about territory, sovereignty and religion. It's also about language and who speaks what, where.
We see more and more working places, for instance, that ask their employees not to speak Arabic in front of customers or not to speak Arabic at all, or in shopping malls, sometimes in the Knesset itself.
It comes hot on the heels of a growing chorus of Israeli lawmakers campaigning to drop Arabic as one of the country's official languages alongside Hebrew. Spearheading the campaign is parliamentarian Shimon Ohayon.
It sends a message to the Arab residents that they live in the state of Israel, which is the state of the Jewish people.
At this school in Nazareth, Jewish children are taught Arabic as part of a mandatory government program. But although Arabic is the first language of more than a fifth of Israel's citizens, most Jews don't speak it. If the bill is passed in the coming weeks, and the signs are it could be, classes like this will be shut down.
First of all, it's an offer. The offer might happen and it might not happen. But if, God forbid, it happens, I think it might have a bad impact.
Especially coming at a time when the situation on the ground is so delicate. Some fear that speaking Arabic in public could eventually be considered an act of resistance.
More than anything, this bill merely confirms what everybody already knows. The language of the majority comes first.
Add to that Israel's recent announcement that it will build new settler homes in East Jerusalem. And the so-called Jewish Identity Bill could become the final blow to the peace process, or what remains of it. Paula Sleer, RT, Tel Aviv.